Hello, friends, and welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I'm your host, Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. So, in case you guys aren't keeping tabs, which I doubt you are, we're actually closing in on 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I'm blown away. One, I'm blown away by how awesome the subscribers are in general. Just in the fact that when I started this channel, it was me venting about what was going on in my life and how I was overcoming this battle. And the amount of support that I got from people was just, it was very awesome. And it's very much so appreciated, and the continued support. And I love it. So we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. If you'd asked me, a year and a half ago or however long it was when I started this channel, seatbelt, that I would say, okay, wow. So I'm glad you guys have taken time out of your lives to listen to me talk and share my ideas. So today I want to have a subject that is near and dear to me, and it's something that was kind of hard for me to overcome. So I'm assuming it's going to be hard for a lot of other people to overcome, and that is avoidance behavior. I have talked about this a long time ago, but it is very important to manage avoidance behavior. For those of you that don't know, when you're very scared of something and you have a very traumatic experience, and it doesn't even have to be that traumatic, it could be pretty mild, your brain will catalog things to make them reoccurring later in your life so that you can avoid certain things. So, scenario. I work best in scenarios. So, say you're a little kid and you're playing on the slide, and as you're going down the slide, your foot gets caught underneath you, it bites and it jerks you over the slide, and you fall off the slide, and wham, you fall into the pea gravel. Ow. You start doing that, right? So your brain, while you're going, your brain is going, hey, we messed up and it hurt. So what we need to do is make sure that we don't get back on that slide, because there's a possibility that we could get hurt again. So you run to mom fixes it, dad fixes it, whoever. Gotta support the dads. It's Father's Day, for God's sake. They fix it, you go about your life, nobody thinks about it. Next time, week later, 2 weeks later, a year later, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be at that same park, and you're gonna look at that slide and go, It's kind of the same thing for adult here. If you're an adult, when you get a ticket somewhere, have you noticed every time you drive past that place where you got a ticket, you look around? That's because it's your brain cataloging, hey, if something bad happened right here. So, how do we get over this? Okay, this was tough for me, okay? Because for me and for a lot of other people, my avoidance behavior came from the thing that I thought triggered it, okay? Because your subconscious brain is going to instantly categorize that, hey, boom, that's the trigger. And then it's going to categorize that into, this is messed up, don't do that again. So, for me, it was the thing that triggered me initially, and places where I would have a panic attack, places that I've had panic attacks. So, to give you an example for me, because that's what I want to go. When I got triggered, it was because of marijuana. Okay, marijuana is not the reason. I always have to clarify that. It's not the reason that I have anxiety, but it helps show me that, hey, there's a big problem. But my brain attributes it, oh, hey, I smoked some weed, which I never do, but I smoked weed this one time, and I got really upset and went into fight or flight and all this other stuff. Stay away, danger, Will Robinson, stuff like that. So, and then also, before I knew what depersonalization was, I remember the day that I found out what it was. I was Google searching, which you should never do especially if you have health anxiety. Don't do it. But I was doing it at the time, and I found a forum where this person told me that, hey, if you have depersonalization, this is your life now. So you better get used to it. And I took that information and I was stewing on it. And I went, you know what? I'm just going to go for a walk. And so I went for a walk just around the block. For those of you who haven't heard my panic attack stories, and when I got to the park, there was a bunch of kids playing on the swing sets and all that stuff, having a good gay old time. And I sat down on this bench and looking down the ground, and boom, I had a panic attack right there. Something was instantly wrong. I jumped up and I ran away and had to get away from the situation. I literally ran home. Okay, I tried to call my wife to come pick me up, even though I was only like a block and a half away, but she was asleep and she didn't hear her phone. And as soon as she didn't answer her phone, I thought, oh no, and had another panic attack, freaking out. And so I literally ran home like a madman. I think because there's houses there and the children are there. They probably thought, who's this dude who came up calm, what seemed to be calm, and then just running away, fully clothed. I had no tracksuit on, friends. I just went booking, got away from it. So my brain categorized that as that bench is a bad place to be. Marijuana is a bad thing to touch, to see, to do. And it haunts you, okay? So here's the thing. If you don't address these situations and these avoidance behaviors, then they are going to haunt you continuously for the rest of your life. You may have something that does that. I know I do. To this day, I don't like, you're going to call me crazy, I don't like it. I don't like roller coasters, okay? They're not my thing. They're not my shtick. They're not my spiel. I don't do it. I don't get on them, okay? I've been on them. That's not the problem. I've got older siblings, okay? We went to theme parks, and they're like, hey, just get on the roller coaster. Maybe if you try it. I'm like, I already tried it. Well, maybe if you try it again. No, not a fan. It's not my gig. But it's because when I was little, my mom would have to stand with me, and she didn't like roller coasters, tell me about how these things are going to come off the tracks, and things are going to be scary, and you're not going to like it, blah, blah, blah. Burning that into my pristine little hard drive, creating a phobia. So to this day, I don't like them. I don't like them. Yeah, and yes, it's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. Well, Aaron, you're so goofy. You should like that stuff. Nope. Whole lot of nope in that boat. So, back to my story. When it comes to that stuff, I was, as weird as it sounds, a full-grown man. I was afraid to even be near it, okay? Until I don't like anything to have control over me, except for roller coasters. They can do what they want. I don't mess with them. It's like a lion to me. So, next time I was out with my friends, I have one friend who partakes darn near continuously. And I told him, I said, hey man, would you mind, because he's a very nice guy, and he always offers all the time, I just decline all the time. I was like, would you mind if I took a hit of your joint? And I feel weird even saying that, okay? I feel like I sound very nerdy when I say, well, can I have a hit of that joint? So he said, yeah, and I took it, and I breathed it in deep, okay? Just one hit, that was it, one hit. Not enough to make me extra high or anything like that, just one hit, and I breathed it in down into my lungs, and I kind of held it there for a second, and then I blew it out. And as I blew it out, I said, this is nothing. This has no control over me. In my head, I wasn't going to say that. He was standing right there. That would have been awesome. That would have been weird. Some guy, this is nothing. This has... No, I said it in my head. But I was just showing my subconscious mind that this is okay. This isn't the problem. The problem was you have anxiety. This is fine. And so, and then when I was deep into depersonalization, I still felt the need to go back to that bench and sit on that bench. And I sat there for probably an hour. Like, it was a while. And I just sat there in the bench. And I just said that this bench is not the problem. This bench is a nice little bench in a nice little park. Okay? The problem is I need to take control of myself and my mind and my spirit. And take care of myself. Okay? This bench is just an object in a random place at a random time. So, it sounds weird, I know, but it's helpful. It's very, very helpful. That guy watched me. He must think I'm on FaceTime or something. But it's very beneficial to recovering from traumatic experiences. So keep that in mind. I'm not going to go on too long about this. I just kind of want to be short and sweet, as always. But try that, whatever, figure it out. Sometimes it's hard to figure out, but figure out what yours is, what your trigger is, what your avoidance behavior is, and master it. Come to the table, bring it to you, embrace it, accept it, and make new experiences with it. And that will help tremendously. I can't tell you how much that helped me. When leaving that park or leaving that little get-together with the friends, it was just like, we can take the weight off we can take it off now. We can just relax, okay? We can relax. So try it. Try it, and if it doesn't work for you, tell me in the comments. But I'm guarantee you will feel some kind of some kind of peace with it. All right, friends. Until next time, I appreciate you guys so much. I love to hear your guys' opinions and voices, and I love it when you guys share your stories. That's one of the funnest parts about this page, is watching people evolve and overcome, and I love it. Okay, it gives me inspiration to keep rolling. So all right, friends, until next time, I'm Aaron, you're awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.